Welcome back to Coins X Tales. We're exploring rare Lincoln 1 cent pennies, coins that have made people rich. Let's find out why you should never overlook these coins. Because who knows, a single coin could change your life. Don't miss this. Top 1. We are talking about a very interesting United States coin that many people may already have in their pockets or old coin jars. It is the Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1984 with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin looks very common, but some examples of this penny can surprise collectors with their value. The 1984 Lincoln penny was produced in huge numbers by the United States Mint. Pennies without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which means millions of these coins entered circulation. Because of this, most of them are only worth their face value. But collectors always look closely at this year because a few special varieties and minting errors can make this coin much more valuable. One thing that makes the 1984 penny interesting is the design of President Abraham Lincoln on the front. This portrait has been used on the 1-cent coin since 1909, and it remains one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. On the reverse side, you will see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used from 1959 until 2008. Now here is where things become exciting for collectors. Some 1984 pennies show a famous minting error called the doubled ear variety. On this coin, if you look closely at Lincoln's ear, you may see a clear doubling effect. This doubling happened during the minting process and created a noticeable extra shape on the ear. Because this error is easy to recognize, collectors actively search for it. If you happen to find the doubled ear error on a 1984 no mint mark penny, the value can increase dramatically depending on the condition of the coin. Coins that are well preserved with sharp details are always the most desirable to collectors. Another factor that affects value is the coin's grade. Coins that have little wear and still show their original shine are considered higher grade. These pieces are harder to find because most pennies from this year circulated for many years in everyday use. Now let's talk about the value of this coin in today's market. A regular 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that has been circulated is usually worth about 1 cent to around 50 cents depending on condition. Uncirculated examples with strong details and original luster can sell for around $5 to $15. But the real excitement comes with the doubled ear error variety. A genuine 1984 doubled ear penny can sell for around $50 to several $100s depending on the coin's condition. In top uncirculated condition, some examples have reached auction prices of around $1,000. That is why coin collectors always say never ignore your small change. Even a simple-looking penny can hide a valuable mint error that collectors are searching for. So the next time you see a 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, take a closer look at Lincoln's ear and the overall condition of the coin. You might discover a hidden treasure sitting in your coin jar. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and valuable pennies, make sure you watch the video carefully because many more coins like this could still be hiding in everyday circulation. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin lovers who enjoy discovering rare and valuable coins. Who knows, your next penny could be worth far more than just 1 cent. Top 2. We are taking a closer look at another Lincoln 1-cent coin that many people might overlook in their pocket change. This time it is the United States Lincoln penny from 2005 with no mint mark. At first glance it looks like an ordinary modern penny, but collectors always check these coins carefully because even modern coins can hide interesting varieties and valuable examples. The 2005 Lincoln cent without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. By this time the United States Mint had switched to a copper-plated zinc composition, which means the coin contains mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. These coins are lightweight and were produced in extremely large numbers, so most of them are still very common in circulation today. On the front of the coin you will see the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has appeared on the penny since 1909. The reverse side of the 2005 penny still shows the Lincoln Memorial, the same reverse design used from 1959 until 2008. Because the mintage was very high, most 2005 no mint mark pennies are only worth face value. However, collectors still search through these coins because certain minting errors and high-quality examples can make them much more interesting. One type of coin collectors always look for is a strong off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the minting process, leaving part of the design missing. Another possible error is a double die effect where parts of the letters or numbers appear slightly doubled. Sometimes collectors also find coins with die cracks, clipped planchets, or unusual strike marks. While these errors are not extremely common, when they do appear, they can turn an ordinary penny into a collectible coin. Condition also plays a very important role in value. Most pennies from 2005 were used heavily in circulation, so finding one that still has its original shine and sharp details can be more difficult than many people expect. Now let's talk about the value of this coin in today's coin market. A normal 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that has been circulated is usually worth about 1 cent to around 25 cents depending on its condition. Uncirculated examples with bright red color and strong details can sell for around $2 to $5. If the coin has a noticeable mint error such as an off-center strike or strong doubling, the value can increase significantly. Error examples from this year have sold for around $20 to over $100 depending on the rarity of the error and the overall condition of the coin. Even though this penny may seem very common, collectors know that small details can make a big difference. That is why coin hunters always check every penny carefully before spending it. So the next time you find a 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, take a moment to examine it closely. Look for unusual details, doubling, or anything that looks different from a normal coin. You never know when a simple coin from your pocket change could turn into a collectible piece. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins and rare mint errors, make sure you watch the full video and keep searching through your coins. There are still many hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin collectors and treasure hunters. Your next penny discovery might be worth far more than you expect. Top 3. We are looking at a coin that many people have probably seen thousands of times but never thought twice about. It is the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1977 with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin may look like just another ordinary penny, but collectors know that even common coins can sometimes hold surprising value. The 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During this time, the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies every year to keep up with circulation demand. Because of this very large production, the 1977 penny is generally considered a common coin. But condition and rare minting errors can still make certain examples much more interesting to collectors. On the front of the coin you will see the well-known portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. This design was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person. On the back of the 1977 penny you will see the Lincoln Memorial Building, a design that was used on the reverse of the penny for nearly 50 years. Even though this coin is common, collectors always search for unusual minting errors. Sometimes during the minting process, small mistakes can happen. These mistakes may include double die errors where letters or numbers appear doubled, off-center strikes where the design is not perfectly aligned, die cracks running across the coin, or other unusual striking issues. Coins with visible errors are always more interesting to collectors and can sell for higher prices. Another important factor that determines value is the coin's condition. Many 1977 pennies spent decades circulating through stores, banks, and people's pockets. Because of this, most examples show wear and scratches. However, coins that were saved early and still have strong detail and original red color are much harder to find today. Collectors often classify pennies by color and preservation. A bright red uncirculated coin is usually the most desirable, while darker brown circulated coins are more common and less valuable. Now let's talk about the value of the 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark in today's market. A normal circulated example is usually worth about 1 cent to around 30 cents depending on its condition. Uncirculated coins with strong detail and bright red color can sell for around $3 to $10. If a 1977 penny is discovered with a noticeable mint error such as doubling or an off-center strike, the value can increase significantly. Error examples from this year have sold for around $20 to more than $100 depending on the type of error and the condition of the coin. This is why experienced coin collectors always say that every penny deserves a second look. Even a coin that seems very common might hide an interesting variety or minting mistake that makes it collectible. So the next time you find a 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark in your change, take a closer look before you spend it. Check the date, examine the letters and numbers, and look carefully for anything unusual. If you enjoy discovering rare coins and learning about valuable pennies, make sure you watch the entire video because many hidden treasures can still be found in everyday coins. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin lovers who enjoy searching for rare and valuable coins. Your next penny discovery might be more valuable than you ever expected. Top 4. We are going to look at a modern coin that many people still find in their pocket change, but collectors know it can sometimes be more interesting than it first appears. This is the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1998 with a D mint mark. Even though it is a modern coin, there are a few reasons why collectors still pay close attention to this year. The 1998 D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint. By this time, the penny was already being made from copper-plated zinc, a composition that started in 1982 to reduce production costs. Because the coin is mostly zinc with a thin copper layer, it is lighter than older copper pennies. On the front of the coin you will see the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been used on the 1-cent coin since 1909. This makes the Lincoln cent one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. On the reverse side of the 1998 penny you will see the Lincoln Memorial Building, which remained the reverse design until 2008. The Denver Mint produced a very large number of pennies in 1998, so most examples are very common and still easy to find today. However, coin collectors always examine this year closely because a few interesting varieties and mint errors can appear. One of the things collectors look for is doubling in the letters or numbers. Sometimes during the minting process a double die can occur, causing certain parts of the design to appear slightly doubled. Another type of error that can appear is an off-center strike, where the coin was not perfectly aligned when it was struck by the dies. Collectors also watch for die cracks, clipped planchets, or coins that show unusual striking marks. While these errors are not extremely common, when they are found they can make the coin much more desirable to collectors. Condition also plays a very important role in determining the value of the 1998 D penny. Most of these coins circulated heavily for many years, so finding a coin with strong detail and bright original red color can be more difficult than people expect. Coins that have been preserved in uncirculated condition are always the most attractive to collectors. Now let's talk about the value of the 1998 D Lincoln penny in the coin market today. A normal circulated coin is usually worth about 1 cent to around 20 cents depending on its condition. Uncirculated examples with bright red luster and sharp details can sell for around $2 to $6. If the coin shows a clear mint error such as strong doubling or a noticeable off-center strike, the value can increase significantly. Error examples from this year have sold for around $20 to over $100 depending on the rarity of the error and the condition of the coin. This is why many coin collectors always search through their pocket change carefully. Even modern coins can sometimes contain surprising varieties that are worth much more than their face value, so the next time you find a 1998 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark, take a closer look before you spend it. Check the letters, the date, and the overall condition of the coin. You might discover something that other people missed. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and valuable pennies, make sure you watch the video carefully and keep searching through your coins for hidden treasures. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin collectors who love discovering valuable coins. Your next penny might turn out to be a small piece of treasure. Top 5. We are going to talk about a coin that many people have probably used in everyday transactions without even thinking about it. It is the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1975 with no mint mark. At first this coin may look very ordinary, but collectors know that even common pennies can sometimes have interesting stories and hidden value. The 1975 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During the 1970s, the United States Mint was making billions of pennies each year to keep up with the needs of circulation. Because of this, the 1975 penny is widely available and most examples are still very common today. The design of this coin is one of the most recognizable in American history. On the front, you will see the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. This design was first introduced in 1909, and it was the first United States coin to feature a real historical figure. On the reverse side of the 1975 penny, you will see the Lincoln Memorial Building in Washington, a design that remained on the penny for many decades. Even though the 1975 penny is common, collectors always look carefully at these coins because minting errors can make a big difference in value. During the minting process, small mistakes can sometimes happen, and these mistakes often attract the attention of collectors. One type of error that collectors search for is doubling in the letters or numbers. This happens when the design is impressed more than once in slightly different positions. Another interesting error can be an off-center strike, where part of the coin design appears shifted because the coin blank was not perfectly aligned when it was struck. Collectors may also find die cracks on some coins. These cracks appear as thin raised lines caused by small fractures in the minting dies. Sometimes there are also clipped planchet errors where a piece of the coin's edge is missing because of a mistake during the blank cutting process. Another important factor that affects value is the condition of the coin. Many 1975 pennies circulated for years and show signs of wear. Coins that have been heavily used usually appear darker in color and have less detail in the design. However, coins that were saved early and still show bright red color with sharp details are much more desirable to collectors. Now let's talk about the value of the 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark in today's coin market. A normal circulated example is usually worth about 1 cent to around 30 cents depending on its condition. Uncirculated coins that still have strong detail and original red luster can sell for around $3 to $12. If a 1975 penny is discovered with a noticeable mint error such as strong doubling or an off-center strike, the value can increase significantly. Error coins from this year have sold for around $20 to more than $150 depending on the rarity of the error and the coin's condition. This is why coin collectors always say that every coin deserves a second look. Even a simple penny from decades ago can sometimes turn into a small treasure if it has the right features. So the next time you come across a 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, take a moment to examine it carefully. Look at the date, check the letters, and watch for anything unusual that might make the coin special. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and valuable pennies, make sure you watch the full video and keep searching through your change for hidden treasures. And before you leave, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin collectors and treasure hunters. You never know when the next penny you find could be worth much more than you expect.